Welcome to Ego Radio. We get you in the minds of creatives and entrepreneurs who are breaking ground. It's easy to make a hit, but it's hard to build a career. How do you stay fresh and curious with your art, work, and life? That's what we're here to find out. This week, you will be tuning into a conversation with Hussein Ibrahim. He is the lead designer at Get Fresh Company, a streetwear brand from Toronto that's got to call the hub of Queen Street West home since 2012. We dropped in deep with a conversation about his come up, how he went from working dead-end retail to leading a design team, the culture of upcoming artists here in the city, how to go from being great at your craft to getting paid for your craft, and what it takes to run a brand like GFC. I mean, there are just way too many gold nuggets for you to mine out of this talk, so without further ado, let's get into it. My name is Ethan Cabral. I'm a filmmaker based out of Toronto, and this is Ego Radio.
Random church, I think, off of fucking college. It's like $10 million, and like they went crazy on the interior. It's so fucking like you'll have no idea what it is, but you're driving by it, and bro, it's like just dumb, just fucking dumb. But, like,
so you're saying someone lives in this church?
Yeah, bro, someone owns it. It's like a livable church. Like they renovated the whole thing and like gutted it.
That's so crazy.
I'm gonna find the link and I'm gonna send it to you because like, bro, it's nuts. But like starts at 10 mil easy. But it's sick. Like it's massive. Massive.
That's how you gotta do it up.
But because like if you're gonna spend that much, you might as well go crazy with it. Like,
right? Like what's the point? What's the point? You don't want to live in a basic ass bitch.
Nah, bro. I have to say I live in a church for 10 million. Like I get that. I can respect that, you know? It justifies the price to me now.
Where you at? You on your balcony?
Yeah. I can't smoke inside. My wife hates that shit. So
true.
I was like, fuck, we just come out here.
Damn, you're married. Holy.
Bro, fucking hell. Married, got a kid. Like,
that's crazy. I had no idea.
Nah, yeah. No, I know. We only speak really through IG and shit. Like, we don't actually, like, know each other like that. Yeah. So, like, I was really down to do this because I'm like, I like you. You're cool as fuck.
Yo, likewise. You got good energy. The couple of times we met up, I was like, yo, this guy has the vision. I could see that.
Appreciate it. I try, bro. I really do.
Yeah. So tell me, so we can. Yeah. So it's pretty casual. Like the conversation just kind of flows as it does.
Okay.
There's no like particular agenda.
Oh, sick.
The concept of the podcast was, essentially what I'm trying to do is tease out the kind of habits and secrets, not really secrets, but just like lifestyles that creatives have to enable them to be continuously creative. Because it's easy to make a hit, you know what I mean? It's easy to make one or two really good designs, one or two really good films. What's hard is structuring your life in a way, consistency, right? Being able to consistently come correct with that full creative energy every day.
Yeah. No, I hear you. That's dope, actually. So, how's it been going so far, though? If you don't mind me asking.
It's been going really well. I've put out about 18 episodes.
Sick. Consistency, right?
Right? It's been fun. It's been fun. We went on break in between. I usually do seasons.
Okay.
But now I'm trying to just not have seasons, like just consistent bi-weekly releases and see where it goes. Because
is this how they usually are? Like it's like video, or is it just like podcast?
It's usually I usually do them in person, but obviously with all this corona shit, it's actually been really nice because like no one's doing shit, so it's really easy. Everyone has time.
Bro,
to, like,
you might as well. Like, no. People are using like the platform really differently now, and it's very, very interesting to see. Because I'm like, is this just gonna be now because you need it, or like is it gonna become a habit and like something? Something you actually like keep using in your shit, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm actually loving Zoom. Like, it's actually fantastic.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until you mentioned it, and I was like, "What? This is dope. I like this." It's like
Skype, but it's not shit.
Basic. Cause I hate Skype. Like, I can't. I was never into that shit. This is dope. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess like I'd love to just open on like your story. Like, tell me a little bit about So now, you're married, you got the kids, you're well on your way to building a life for yourself. But take me back to the young Hassan. What was it like for you falling in love with art and starting this journey?
That's good. Just mad young. Like you're just like, I don't know, like as like an immigrant kid, like you're always like, I don't know, like going down like this art path really wasn't like the most sensible for me, like in my parents' eyes, obviously. So it's like I spent most of my life just like doing the complete opposite of what they asked. And obviously it's like it's led to like shit, but like at the end of the day, it's like I'm happy with the direction I took it. But like, yeah, like as a kid, I was always like, instead of doing my math homework, I was reading comic books, or like I was looking into like Marvel history, or like I was on like Wiki or like Reddit or like random forums, just trying to like learn like random shit. Like I was heavy into sci-fi growing up. Like I was a fucking nerd. And then like led to my love for like anime, or like my love for like film, and like I read like music videos, and like it kind of just like you just get caught up in it. And then I just started drawing shoes. That became my thing for like years. And my goal always was to be like, yo, I want to be a footwear designer. I want to be a footwear designer. And then like my life is just completely like, you know, it's not in that direction, but like I'm still super happy with it.
Damn.
But,
Okay,
yeah.
so your first love was comics, eh? Just like
Yeah, it was just like
falling in love
any
with the Marvel
graphic.
universe.
Yeah, because like I'm a graphic designer by heart, and I realized that later in life. Like I just like aesthetics. I like the way shit looks, I like the way type, and like that's why I love anime so much. Because like the intros are crazy, like the fucking like their credit scenes are nuts, or like just like sick graphic layouts, and like you can just take in so much from their culture. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
always a fan of that shit, and it's like I didn't realize what I could do with it, because like in school, like your guidance counselors don't really like the fuck are they gonna show you reality? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, they're not
if
giving
it's not
you
a
a
regular job, like,
yeah.
like what is the creative? Like, the fuck are you supposed to say? Like, maybe like creative now is mad normal, but like, bro, back in like grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, whatever, like that's not an idea in your head. Like, you would never even like, yeah, I don't know. I just always wanted to be a designer growing up, so it's like, I think I'm okay. Like, I think I'm happy. I'm happy to
Yeah,
say that I
no.
actually do it.
I think you're doing a lot of fantastic stuff, and
Yeah, I
at least
appreciate
from the
that.
outside, it seems like you get a chance to express yourself and do that in a way where it's sustainable.
Yeah, we try to be really and truly, like we really try. Like my team's pretty dope, and like they give me a lot of like free reign, because like our team's mad small. It's like at GFC, like, and you met us, like it was like it's like three
Yeah,
four
yeah.
people, like 3-4 people top. So it's like our creative team is like our senior team, but then our senior team deals with logistics, and we deal with this and we deal with that. Like we deal with a lot with the team that
You're a
we
lean
have, but like,
operation.
bro, like just everything. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like we all have multiple jobs, but it's like they let me do my design shit. Like they give me like the freedom to do it. So I kind of like try to build like a signature, like a vibe for it. It constantly undergoes like tweaking, and like you're constantly trying to figure out who you are and what you are. But then like I'm still trying to develop my personal shit on the side, because like
Yeah, because the image that you're
it's hard.
building as a brand is very different from what you may want
Exactly.
to, from how you want to represent yourself personally, although there will be
Exactly.
elements of some in
It's
both.
gonna overlap. It's gonna overlap. But like the thing with me is though, it's like it sounds so what you're saying, but like I constantly change. Like you constantly get bored of your work.
Oh
Like the
yeah,
more you put out,
100%.
the more you put down, because like our
Yeah,
work
yeah.
rate is crazy, because like you're just it's constant. Like there's like we always have that campaign like no sleep for the dealers, but like bro, like it's a fucking lifestyle. Like I can't deny it. Like you're up 3 a.m. every day, like just banging out design, just banging out design, just banging out like just coming out with like just different
What's
shit.
the
And like,
iteration process like for you? How many designs do you put up on a board before you come down with shit that
yo,
you're
it
actually
all
printing?
depends. It all depends. And then like, cause like there's art and there's a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean though? Because like I could have
Like
20
like
banging designs, like ones that I
mm-hmm.
genuinely fuck with and I believe in. But I'm like, if the market's not gonna fucking buy it, like we got bills to pay. Like, so you find that like it was so hard. Like when I first came in, I was just like this young, like I want to design everything. I want to like da 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 da. And then like you just realize like sorry. You
Bless
just
your
realize
soul.
like, yo, fucking Rona. This shit's just too real. Like just like the real world just kind of hits you, and like you just have to learn how
Yeah.
to like, because in school they don't teach you that shit. They don't teach you like, I don't know how to explain it. Like there's like theory and there's design, but like just real life like business fucking knowledge, like running a fucking brand, like no one teaches you this shit. So it's like it's constant trial and error, constant growth, but like it's fucking fun. It's a lot
It
of fun.
well, it would be incredibly. I'm thinking, at least for me, it would be incredibly boring if it wasn't changing all the time, right? Like you
Bro, it
get
has to. It
it
has
has
to.
to,
And
yeah.
like you work so far ahead. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like this consistency shit's cool, don't get me wrong, but like you can definitely burn out like very quickly, because it's like
110%, yeah.
the seasons don't stop. Like people don't stop buying shit. Like, you know what I mean? But then like again, like GFC is its own thing, but like I still like want to focus on my own shit. I still have my own freelance work. I still have my own personal stuff. I still have like I want to design a little brand over here. I want to do like
You
I'm
still gotta make
posting
your
like
shoes.
footwear, like, yo, bro, I still gotta make my shoes. Like, I posted like random women's footwear on my IG the other day, and I was like, yo, fuck it, let it fly, like whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it was a massive client job that fell through, and they never paid me. So I was like, you know what,
Oof.
fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. But yeah,
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 not,
you
and
just want to do everything.
it's incredibly tumultuous, right? Because it's like
Mm.
there's solid ground is far and few in between when you're testing out new ideas and concepts.
You get me? Because everything has a dollar sign attached to it now. It's no longer just doing like random like. Okay, there's a thing my boss always said. It's like, is it a hobby or is it a business? Like, are we doing this for fun, or are you really trying to fucking make money at the end of the day? So it's like, with GFC, you always like, just like running a brand, you always have to like, I don't know. It just changed my mentality a lot.
How do you balance your artistic integrity with the desire to, not the desire, the real need to keep GFC profitable and put out designs that you know will get bought but may not be where you're artistically at or what you believe is the most artistically valuable?
You kind of, bro, it's like, at this point, we all have enough trust in each other where it's like, you know what, fuck, like we take a lot of risks. I will genuinely say that we take a lot of fuck, like a lot of things haven't hit. Like, yo, there's a lot of items that like we're still sitting on, like, and we're just like, what the fuck do we do with these? Like, we're trying to come up with different ways to like reflip it or like but that shit happens. But like, yeah, we just take risks. So it's like, I'm still confident in the shit I put out, but sometimes I just have to tone it down. Because like at the end of the day, like obviously like globalization is a great thing. Like the marketplace is so fucking connected, but at the same time, Toronto like is our backyard. So if Toronto isn't smashing, like what are we doing? It's kind of our mentality. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck it, okay, cool. Let's just build for Toronto right now.
Like you know who your first customer base is. You know who
exactly. You can't forget that. And I think like, you know, it's just like a learning process. And like just targeting people now, we're just like, all right, cool. Like we know what you guys like. We know what you guys like. We know what you guys like. Go off. You know what I mean? Like we know what our standout pieces are. We know what we want to do. We know what you want to like turn the brand into. So we're just gonna like create programs and then just hit. Just fucking hit.
So what were you up to before GFC?
Bro, I was working fucking dead end jobs, like dead end retail jobs. Like
True.
the last place I was at, I think was like Staples before I went to GFC. And like I interned at GFC for like a year for free. And I was just like, all right, cool. Let me do this. And then I was at Staples at the time and I was like, okay, cool, fuck Staples, I'm gonna just quit. Then my girl at the time, like who's now my wife, I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, cool, I trust you. Quit your job, focus at GFC. So like, yo, literally it was like 7 days a week at GFC for like months, like what, almost like 11 months. And then they hired me on full time. And I was like, all right. This is just this now. It just becomes your life. I don't know how to explain it. Like, cause like I can't imagine. Like, let's say God forbid GFC closes down. I don't know what the fuck I would do. Cause like I can't work corporate. I refuse. I make this joke all the time, but I'm like, I can't.
I've been through it. Like I spent a lot of time working at a creative agency for most of last year. I was doing a lot of work at a creative agency.
That was always one of my goals in life. I was like, yo, I want to do the agency thing. I want
Trust
to do
me,
that.
you don't want to do that.
I've never spoken to someone actually though. Seriously. Why? What the fuck? How is it?
Well, I feel like it really depends on the agency you do, right? And I was working with wonderful people who I'm still good friends with to this day. But the type of work that's being done is not like
it's not stimulating.
It's not that's, you hit it on the head. It's not stimulating. It doesn't challenge you to push the boundaries of what you're creating.
Because you can't
challenge your creativity.
Do they put you in a box?
They put you in a box, because most clients come in. Let's say you're doing something for TELUS, right? TELUS comes in, they want something very specific, and it's not a hard mark to hit.
Actually though, because anyone can do it technically at that point.
And anyone can do it. It's just about, because they already have their set brand guidelines, like brand guidelines. You know what I mean? It's like
you can't finesse anything. You can't
slip into that box. And on occasion, you get the opportunity to create that. But unless you're in the role of creative director, which that could be interesting if you're at a creative agency. But even then,
but they expect that's like 10 years plus experience in the industry. Like there's always a finesse to it. Like bro, like sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, there is, and it's like, even when you're in that position as the creative director, I feel like for you guys, you're answering to your customers, and for the creative director, they're also answering to the customer, but the customer Again, it's like it's mostly bigger corporate clients that have a very specific palette
Yeah.
that they need to hit, because they're not looking to be edgy or creative or not that they don't want to
Just
stand out, but they
enough.
want
They
to.
just
It's very much like, let's be in line with what is already with what is already established. Let's
do
not
you
establish something new.
do you
So
find
that's
that
a
like, is that a Canadian mentality? Sorry, just a complete side note. Like, do you have that
no,
like
no. Feel free to say
in the
whatever the
in
fuck.
this like in this creative field? Like, do you feel like that's just like a Canadian mentality? Like, just keep it in line.
I don't
Like,
know.
just keep it in line. Just keep it in line. Because it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's something about this market sometimes that just drives me crazy. Because it's like we still rely so heavily on like cosigns, or like if something's hype enough, or is it popping, or is it like for us to justify purchasing it? You know what I mean? Like, we'll
Yeah,
always show
yeah.
mad love to people outside, but we'll never really show that much love to our people from in here. Because it's like, if we had a strong enough community, bro, this Rona shit wouldn't have affected us. Like, you would have work to do, I would have work. Like, we'd all like, if we all just banded together on like some mob shit, like, I feel like the
Yeah,
community
yeah.
would be way different. But it's like there's no hub, there's no like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's nothing connecting us, to be honest with you. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there
Like, we have no
it's
reason to fuck with each other. Like, no, you got to like I don't know how to
yeah.
explain it, but like,
Only thing I can think of in reference is like, because you got to look at the culture at that point, right? And it's like the culture that's always like, I don't know much about it personally. Like, I don't have any personal experience with it, but a culture that I really admire based on what I know about it is like the rap culture in Atlanta, because it's very loving and like, hey, like I'm gonna help you
exactly,
out, you help me out. It's not about like there's
immediately.
competition, but it's competition in a way of like, I'll make you better, you make me better, and let's get this going. And I think
Because
that's
like,
why you see, because like if you look at hubs of creativity, not that Toronto isn't a hub of creativity, but in
no,
terms
yeah,
of
we have all the talent. We have all the talent.
just sheer, look at like the sheer amount of fantastic rappers coming out of Atlanta, right? And you can attribute that like towards like, yeah, that's a big thing in the culture there, but it goes beyond like cultural like prizing it as a high value culturally, right? It's into how you actually treat each other. And I think that's something that's gonna have to, I don't know how you change the culture, that's the thing, right? Because it should always, I think it should be decentralized, right? Like, it's not like we want like some sort of artist union, right? Like, I don't think that's anything
No, no, no,
that
no, no,
anyone
no.
wants, right?
Fuck that.
But what
Fuck
you do
that. Fuck
want
that.
is a culture where people are,
Our union.
put each other on.
You
Yeah, or
you
in
get me.
union.
Like, there's like,
Yeah,
exactly, like, there just should
yeah,
be some sort of fucking like if I drop a project, like, like, imagine that campaign in it. Like, imagine you had work and then everyone in your network and above and beyond posts your fucking shit.
yeah.
You kind of get what I mean? Just like, even little fucking like, just the tiniest shit, like, just put on for each other. Because if you did that, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, everything comes from here. Like, yo, when you really think about it, like, our creative talents out here are crazy, but it's like there's no opportunities. That's the difference with Atlanta. Like, Atlanta, you can just travel around Georgia and collect all the bags in the fucking, you can come up in your own state, bro. Like, if I go 20 minutes from out here, like my market's different. You get me? Like, it's not like, it's
Yeah,
not
like,
unified like that. It's not
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I can't go to my own backyard and get money. Like, I have to rely on other people from elsewhere. Like, Atlanta, I
yeah,
can go
yeah,
outside and just like, that's just the culture. That's just the hustle. Like,
yeah,
they just
yeah.
get it. Over here, there's just all this like, not like red tape, but like, I don't know. They're just too fucking like, it's like they just don't want to make money. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they haven't figured out how to fucking eat off this shit yet. Or like, they're just waiting on someone else to show them. Like, I don't know. It's so
Yeah,
like, it's
I
so
think it's
dumb.
there to a certain extent, and like even in the short time that I've been in the scene, like I remember pulling up, just getting out of high school, and first pulling up to like the artistic scene in Toronto, coming out of the burbs, and uh, feeling like it was very standoffish, right? And I think there's two sides to every coin, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm coming in as this kid who doesn't really, I'm just establishing myself as an artist. I don't really have much weight to my, I don't have like salt to my name, you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, do I need salt to my name to like, to have the
Regardless,
conversation?
you get me. Yeah.
But in a certain sense, you do, right? Because it's like you can't give the time of the day to every like Tom, Dick, and Harry, to use like a fucking old ass
I
reference,
don't
right?
know. My whole thing is based off energy. Just energy.
That's
Like,
true.
if you come to me with good energy,
Yeah.
why can't I fucking, like, for what? Like, I don't know who the fuck you are,
Yeah.
but at the same exact, like, I don't. You could be anyone. I should
That's
entertain
very
that
true.
conversation.
That is
You know
very
what I
true.
mean? So it's like, nah,
Yeah.
like I'm all against like fuck that cool guy shit. Like that shit's whack. Like I don't know who we are. Like I don't know like where this ego came
I
from. Like
like
you know what I
that. I
mean?
like
Like
that. Yeah.
who are you though at the end of the day? Like I don't
Yeah.
like nah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. That's like but
Yeah.
again, like that's what I'm talking about. Like it's as if you need that like verified check. Like you need that
Mm-hmm.
cosign, you need that
Yeah.
shout out
Yeah.
to like
You need to be endorsed by
what?
like such
Yeah, but
like
for
for me to
who?
fuck
Like
with you, I
why?
need you to be endorsed by such and such people that I that endorse me or that I endorse them. You know what I mean? And it's like
What? What does that energy come from? Like who? Like nah,
yeah, yeah.
no. I'm
But it's
missing with
like
that
if I
shit.
think if you're thinking independently and you're thinking from a place of like, hey, like this is something that I like genuinely like. I think it really comes down to like, can I trust my gut? Like, do I trust myself to look at you and
Yeah.
honestly stand up for what I see with my own eyes, right? Because like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people have that. It's like if I look at you, right,
Mm-hmm.
and I go like, oh yes, real dude, I can see that like just based off energy, right? I haven't seen any of your work. I don't know anything about you.
Mm-hmm.
And someone else comes up and they're like, nah, don't fuck with this dude, right? What's your inclination? Is it to stand by your own values or is it to like give into what the other person's saying?
To listen
right?
to what's but that's like bro.
And I think
But
more often than not, especially as Canadians, because I think this is where you could get into like us being Canadians, right? Because we're a little bit softer in terms of like we're like kind and shit. When
do you really believe that? Like do you
I
genuinely
think
believe
so.
that?
I think to a certain degree, because like I've spent a little bit of time in California
Okay.
and it's like Americans are different, bro. It's just different in
Oh,
America.
1,000%. We have brought up, see, like we have some sort of like manners because I'm always like, we're from the other side of the world, like a lot of us. You know what I mean? So I'm like, there's some sort of like discipline and like some sort of like structure in our lives. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we're just built different. So yeah, I definitely get that. But like, yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
always
Well,
hear that,
think
and I'm always
we'll
like,
loop. Yeah, no, we're on the same page. I think we'll loop back around to this conversation. But one thing that I want to delve a little bit more into, just in relation to like where I'm at, like personally with my shit, right?
yeah.
I'm you in your Staples days right now, bro. Like I'm doing great work. I'm doing fantastic stuff, and I'm trying to figure out like, yo, how do I make this sustainable? And I think there are a lot of artists in my position who
1,000%.
have what it takes and recognize it in themselves and can say it confidently that I know that I can build.
Which is amazing. Which is amazing, by the way, because that confidence is rare, like rare. So it's like when you say it, I believe it, and then like, but the thing is, I know your work and I've seen your work, so I get it. Like you know what I mean? Like I would be that like. I'd be that confident too, for sure. Like you're nice.
Thank
like,
you.
Genuinely, like you're nice with it. Like I don't even know how long you've been doing this for, but like you have an eye for sure. So it's like I've been paying attention ever since we met. So
yeah, no, that means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, because it's
like,
so it's like, how do you? But you still have to like, regardless of having that like self-confidence, right? Nothing's guaranteed. Like nothing's guaranteed to me, and I don't have the like you, and you don't have the right to that, right? All you can do is put your best foot forward and see what the world gives you. So in those days when you were just putting your best foot forward, you were just interning for free for a year. You know what I mean? What was the internal dialogue in your head like, and how did you bring that courage every day to face the doubts that I'm sure your parents were putting in your ears and like, you know what I mean? Like how do you and even yourself, forget your parents, right? You like I had the confidence. I'm sure you had the confidence, but it's not like we're not one-dimensional people. You know what I mean? We're multifaceted and everyone has fear, and it's just about how you deal with that, right? Because like even the most successful people had to deal with that doubt, right? And it's like, how do you? So what was that conversation like in your head? How did you deal with that?
It was one of those, like in my head, I was like, one thing about this place I'll never forget is like this opportunity. There was no other way. I don't know how to explain it. Like this opportunity was so rare. I was like, I cannot fuck this up. Like I don't give a fuck what I do. I cannot fuck this up. Like what you need me to do? All right, cool, I'll do it. But like off the rip, I was very like frank about what I wanted my roles to be. Like I wasn't like, I'm not running for no coffee. Like I'm not like doing like errands or anything. I'm like, I want to fucking do some shit. And like, in the first year, like shit just started coming, and I was like, all right, cool. Like I get it. And then like, also another thing is I genuinely believe in Fresh. If you don't know who Fresh is, like Jabril Jallo, like look into that nigga. Cause like, just like that's someone to believe in, and I just trust him wholeheartedly. So it's like he was like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and I was like, cool. Like you haven't led us astray yet. Like let's go. And then like we kind of just built the team, and It's fucking crazy. Like, it's fucking
So
crazy.
you had that belief in something. You had that belief in the team. That was really
Yeah,
key.
like, cause like before that, I never had it. Like, you never like finding like, cause everyone needs a squad at the end of the fucking day. Like, that's the next thing I was just about to say to you about like how to like monetize on this shit and like really build. Like, you need a team. Like, you need like I remember you and Daniel and fucking Jack. Was it Jack?
Yeah,
Was it
Jack.
Yeah. Like, you had it. Like, you had a little unit. I was like, all right, cool. Like, they get it. Like,
Yeah.
and you just have to build, bro. Cause like that's how you eat. Like, that's how you fucking like. You just gotta like, you have to build the industry in itself because like there's nothing really out here for us unless you go grab it or create it or like, yeah, bro. It's just different, like, because like you could take your skill set. Like, I was just having this conversation with someone else. Like, you take your skill set, go to LA, and like your work ethic is gonna be like 100 times more than theirs. Because like they're not like they don't move at the pace you do.
Because
But you're used to
opportunities are a
moving at
dime
this
a
pace.
dozen there.
You get me, but you're used to moving at a certain pace. Like, yeah, I'll have this done in 2-3 days. Like, cool, like done. Like, concepts to go, da 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 da. Like, because like America doesn't have shit, and like all the talents here. I'm gonna keep fucking saying that. Like, if you literally place a ton of us in just different little corporate settings and like different little industries, like the whole fucking aesthetic of the world would change. Like the whole like everything would change.
What role, taking a little bit of a different turn, what role do you see like aesthetic playing in the way that people think? Like, how do you see design shaping the way that people think and like view the world and go about their lives?
I think like just even at the simple fact like the age, I think people are like noticing aesthetic or like how early aesthetic is being brought on into your life. Like, I don't know, like kids, like I feel like younger kids, even like they care more. Does that make any sense? Like they care about how their shit looks. Like they care about how their outfits look. They care about like they have like their interests are way different now. Like when we were younger, this shit didn't like no one gave a fuck. Like no one gave a fuck. Half this industry didn't exist. Like where did all this shit come from? Where did this like, bro? Like it's all really brand new shit. But like, yeah, I don't know. Just based off that, like it genuinely affects the culture. Like you can like now we have eras. Like you can like if I pull up a font and I put it in a certain context, you'll know exactly what era that came from. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're building history. Like we're building our aesthetic. Like our like time period. I don't know. Some whole time period aesthetic. You know what I mean?
Like, it's like a collective decision that like, yo, this is what it is right now.
This is what it is right now. Cool. We ride the wave for a bit. All right, cool. Like this is a new energy. And a new energy and like a new like, and it just comes from all over the world. So it's like it's constantly changing. So it's like we're building our sections too. It's an interesting time. It's a very interesting time.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So how do you to get to like the meat and potatoes of why I started this show? Like tell me like how do you keep your creative juices flowing? Like what is it? How do you keep hitting home runs like game after game?
I appreciate that, first of all. That's pretty dope. That's a really sick like metaphor, by the way. Definitely gonna use that in the future. Bro, again, it's just that consistency. It's like how often, like, cause like I'm not only doing GFC anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, all right, cool. Like my focus is gonna broaden. Like, I got more, like my workload's different now. So it's like I'm constantly just you're constantly on some new shit. You're constantly trying to find new shit. Like I love Pinterest. I love building little mood boards. Like my Instagram saved feed is just like just fucking aesthetic. Like it's just vibes. Like that's all it is. Like everything you take in, like I take in, like I just love content. So it's like I just try to indulge as much as I can. And you just like, you know, kind of just you kind of just build your own thing. And like I'm still trying to develop like my own signature shit, but like that'll take its time. But I'm cool with it right now. It's good.
No, it's I guess it's staying in touch, keeping your just finger on the heartbeat of what
exactly
what's keeping you excited about
pay attention
your work and the culture.
Like like literally like watching your videos, like just like paying it. That's all content for me. I pay attention. Like
thank you, bro.
Have this conversation, pay attention. Like you just want to be like I think you just got to be a part of it. Like just constantly like taking shit in. Like you can't really fall off. Like you shouldn't, like I don't know.
As long as you're present and you're here to the moment and you're putting in that energy, you can't fall off.
It's true though. No, it's true. That's very true.
How's your like outlook changed as you started a family and moved on to different periods in your life?
It just like it's weird, but like it's just growth. It's just like, all right, cool. Like what have you been doing? Okay, cool. what are we doing next? Like, what's the like? Do you have a plan now, Hussein? Because like I never really was like a like my wife always tries to like instill that into me, but like I can't. I'm not like even like I can only think a year ahead, and that's literally just because of like GFC. That's literally just because of like that's how you just work. So your whole like it's weird, but
You're
your
thinking
whole
one
life,
season ahead at all times.
bro, your whole life just revolves around this shit. Like you don't really turn off. That's the thing. Like I think like that's the one thing I can't explain to corporate people because I'm like you're 9 to 5. Like you just go home. Like you're done. Like you're done for the day. Like with this shit, it's like all day. It's all like that's all you think about. Like you're always like
You're
I could be
dreaming
thinking,
about it,
bro. Like you're coming up with random designs in the washroom, in the shower. Like you're just because like again you're just taking in content throughout the day. So it's like you're just constantly doing shit. So it's like if you have a way to get it out, like I just like bang out quick ideas or like my mood boards. I'm just constantly saving shit on my phone. It's like yeah, all right, cool, execute. So then I try to catch up. Like you build a little like stack, and you kind of just curate some random vibes, and then like I apply it to like what it needs to be. Does that make any sense? Like let's say I come out with something super sick for a year, I'll be like, all right, cool, GFC can use that, and be like, you know, pump that into that pipeline, and then we use this over here, like use this over there.
No, I get what you're saying. It's like it's a free flowing stream of ideas that are coming through, and as they come through, by just being present to and attentive to what vision you're trying to set, right?
Yeah.
As that kind of collates in your brain, you just kind of pick them out. You're like, all right, I'll put this one here in the GFC box. I'll put this one here in the shoe box.
Yo, you're so sick. You're so sick with it. That was amazing. That was amazing. That was fucking amazing. No, but actually, yeah, that's exactly how it is. Like you summed it up perfectly for me. Cause like, yeah, that's why it's so hard to settle on something because I can't like that's why like developing like a signature, like a personal, like I don't have one because it's like it's just constantly changing. Like I'm like maybe my placements on the way I do a layout or like maybe like what? Like I don't know, like besides that I'm really not sure, but like it's just constantly changing, so it's just difficult. But yeah, because like the ideas are just constant. It's just it's lifestyle. That's all it is. Like this shit is just because like it just becomes a lifestyle for me. So you just like adjust to that, and like it's including my daughter into that, and like I'm looking at her sometimes, and I'm looking at her fits. I'm like, yeah, let me make some GFC for kids. Like we had a little we had a children's line like a couple of years ago, and I was just like, yeah, like fuck it, like this is dope. Like let me get my little kid in something, or like I'm looking at baby strollers now, and I'm looking at like just like random shit. Like I'm just like, yeah, I want to design this. I want to make this. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Yeah, like as the needs for your life change, your view on what you can provide for others also changes.
Exactly. You just notice that. You just start to notice different markets and like different yeah, it's interesting. It's just like just be more aware. You just learn more, and you just take in more shit. Yeah.
How do you keep it like? How do you? It's gonna sound kind of funny, but how do you keep it fresh? Like, how do you keep it fresh? Like, how do you keep it from not going stale in terms of like, that come next season, there is a new set of ideas that need to be out there, and it's not it's not dependent on like while your commitment is to the stream and flow of new ideas, the product that you need to create to release for GFC doesn't give a fuck about your stream of ideas or any of that shit, right? It's like that's irrelevant to like the business.
No, that's where those programs come into play. It's like, all right, cool. Okay. Like you have these guidelines. Like you have these guidelines. You know, this, this, and this sells, and these two.
Creating
systems, just plug and play, go. Like, just avoid like it's literally just letting go of the emotion. Because the issue was like sometimes you get so stuck to a piece, you're like, oh, this is gonna bang. Like the streets are gonna love this shit, and like it may not hit, and you're just like, oh, okay, fuck. Like this was not the right time, or they just weren't ready, or like. There's like a bunch of different factors, but yeah, bro.
I get that.
It's yeah.
Cool.
But
yeah. Okay, so I think that's I'm real happy with that. Do you have any questions for me? Like, what do you like? What's
the plan, bro? Like, what are you saying?
What's the plan?
What are you trying to do? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we saying?
What are we saying? I don't know, bro. Like for me right now, the plan is my end goal is feature films. Like I really want to make movies. That's the goal. But I have a passion for like all kinds of film, right? Like I love a good advertisement. Like I love a good I love a good fashion film. Like lately, I've been doing fashion films. Like the little piece that I sent you, that's
Good
just like
to
the straight
know.
fashion film.
Okay.
And it's like, where do what can I do to? You can look at it like layers. I think in terms of what is it, what it, what does it take resources wise,
Mm-hmm.
conceptually, to create a certain level of product in terms of film, right? Feature film is like the upper echelon. That's like,
Yeah.
it takes an incredible amount of resources, attention and awareness of what it takes to bring that crew together, and
Mm-hmm.
that, more importantly than anything, that story together, and to
Yeah.
keep that huge set of people all on the same page operating like one brain, you know.
Yeah. The logistics would be fucking nuts.
Nuts, right? And you take that one step down, one step down, one step down, and you go like, okay, feature film, short film, maybe you can go like fashion film to commercial,
Mm-hmm.
or music video, and you go one step down and you're just like, okay, just like a straight one shot, two shot visual, you know, like something very simple.
Mm-hmm.
And you can break it down in a lot of different ways. And for me, it's just, okay, what first and foremost, it's like storytelling, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the backbone of any great film. And it's like, how do you, like for me right now, I realize like, okay, there's a lot of different ways I could go about trying to step up what I'm doing, and I can continue to pursue corporate work.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that is there's no growth in that for me. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
no growth in that because it's simple, straightforward shit.
No,
And
for
maybe I'll
sure.
learn some certain interpersonal skills about being in a corporate workplace, but I won't learn anything that will push my actual art forward, that will get
No.
me closer to making feature
Mm-hmm.
films.
It would
So
no,
right
but it would
now,
just be used good. Like it would just be good for like networking. That's it. That's the one thing good for corporate. Like when you get plugged for life, because the
yeah.
plug just moves around and it just grows. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo,
That's
like
very true.
yeah,
That's very
like
true.
take everything you can, like take
That's true. That's
everything you
true.
can from them and just run with it. So yeah, go on.
Yeah, yeah. And then like one, two steps beyond that, it's like, okay, how do you tell stories that businesses can leverage to share whatever product they're trying to sell, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So with whether, and you can look at it in multiple different industries, but for me it's always about like fashion. Like I just wrapped up a fashion film with one of my good buddies. His name is also Ethan. And he runs a great brand called Love People Hate Society.
Okay.
And with that brand, what we did was we did a really wonderful, the story was like strong, and it was the journey, it was called Metamorphosis, and it was how do you, as you change, right? You're talking about the whole, I think if you could put a theme to our conversation today, it would be growth, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's how do you continue to do what you want to do as you, the object, the individual, change and grow and become different. And so we put a bunch of different metaphors to that, visually, and that was really fun, you know what I mean? So it's like right now to
Mm-hmm.
me it's about how can I continue to step up my storytelling ability to tell better and better stories, working my way up in complexity
Mm-hmm.
to the scale of a feature.
It's doable. It's doable, but it's more like how much work, like how much time do you have? How many, like what type of resources do you have access to? Because like you could low
Yeah,
key create everything you need. Like you
yeah,
could
that's
just again like
that's
that team, like
mm-hmm,
building, just
mm-hmm.
building. Like you could technically create everything you need, and it just low key just like grows over time. And, like you kind of just elevate, like like you put in another project. Okay, cool. Now my resources grow. Like my network's bigger
Mm-hmm.
now. I can pull off this project next year, and like it's annoying, but it's like you're in the process mode. Like you're literally like I get it. It's like grind time for you. Like this literally
It's
just
just
has to be
grind
your
time. It's
focus.
just like
You just
create
have
the
to do
next
as
thing,
many
create the next
projects,
thing.
bro. Yeah, like yeah, yeah. There's a mentality like you have to slow down, but at the same time, like I'm sorry, but like there has to be a time in your life where like this is what it is, bro. Like, and like you're
Yeah,
obviously trying to do this at a higher level, and like you want to excel and you want to exceed. So it's like you're fucking young, bro. Like go. Like how old are you right now?
I'm 19.
Yeah, like fuck off. Like at 19, I wasn't doing that. Like 19, I was a waste now. Like nah, like you're lit, bro. Like I'm excited for you. That's sick. At 19, yeah. You're good. You're good. You're good. Just put in another year or two. Probably less. Like, but like cause like you know what it takes. Like you're not really like,
I'm
bro.
not
You're gonna
fucking
have to.
around.
Nah, you're gonna have to create everything for yourself. I'm telling you that right now. So if we're gonna be honest
Mm-hmm.
with each other, like, just
Yeah,
start. Just start. Like, just start. Like, yeah, just start. Like, just start making it yourself and like yeah, bro, just build these fucking teams and just reach out to whoever you have to reach out to. Like, get this fucking grant money, figure out, like, find someone who can write grants, and like, bro, just like, you'll get the funding if you need funding, and like, there's just different ways around it. You just gotta talk. You literally
Yeah.
just gotta talk to people, and like, that's the one thing about Toronto, I'll be honest about. Like, once you start talking and like you build like that, you just build a bit of a name, and like you have product, you have work, you can move around. Like you can
Yeah.
have these conversations, no problem, and like people will listen to you.
Yeah,
So
that's
bro,
what I'm
do it.
finding. The more I do, the more I create
Yeah.
without the fear in mind of like, oh, how will this go? How will this be received? Like just
Hmm.
fucking do it without thinking too much about it.
Bro.
And then seeing like, okay, do people fuck with this? Do people not fuck with this? Do I fuck with this? Do I not fuck with this? And then just like
Hmm.
moving forward, taking the next step without getting caught up or tripping over, I don't know, like you said, your own emotional attachment to it.
Yeah. No, exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Because
How do
we're
you,
making products that evoke emotion, but
yeah.
you yourself can't get too emotionally attached to it because
No, no,
that's
no. Because
you're gonna screw yourself.
exactly. Like it's fucked to say, but it's like once you really try monetizing off your fucking work, like shit's gonna change eventually. Like
Mm-hmm.
eventually you just start caring and caring less, because like you realize like certain things are like your passion projects, and certain things are just to fucking pay, like you got to pay these bills, bro. Like we have like, because the goal is always to live off the dream, like just live off what we do. Like you don't want to
Yeah,
work
yeah,
another fucking job and like do this on the side. Like no, like you want to make money off the skill set you have, and like in order to do that you just gotta fucking do, like you just gotta do this shit. Yeah. Yeah. I totally lost my train of thought, I'm not gonna lie to you.
no
But
worries. No, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah.
I caught that train of thought, brother. Don't worry. That's yeah. No,
Oh man,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
you just, it's a
You
must.
gotta grind it out and play it smart in terms of like
Yeah.
how do you how do you play it smart in terms of, because beyond obviously with the GFC, that's like a little bit of a closed loop type system where it's like you know what you're doing, you know what the next
Yeah.
steps are.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like
You got
constantly
that
like,
team
I
there, but
think,
you're still doing stuff
yeah,
outside of GFC, and it's like how do you decide what opportunities are worth taking, what opportunities aren't worth taking?
honestly at this point it's kind of like I just play it by ear. It's kind of like what my mood is, and it's like, I'm like, do I need this money right now? Well, you always need the money, but it's like, okay, how badly do I need this money right now? All right, cool, let me just
Mm-hmm.
do this. Let me just like, just to keep it like, just I don't know how to explain it, but like just like I like filler projects as well that just keep you busy, because like sometimes you get lost when you're just like making shit for the fuck of it. There's no real like, there's no real deadline. So like I can
Yeah,
just keep I
yeah.
can keep I can be tweaking this design for like 6 months, and like still not fucking perfect, but like what am I fucking doing? Like it's just a waste of time. Like you're not being efficient with it. So it's like I like having these filler projects that give like these deadlines, and then like you have like, I have a lot of passion projects right now. I can't lie. Like I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
work with a bunch of artists in the city. There's this one kid, Summers Over. Fucking love him. Like he sings in Italian, but he works at the shop. That's how we first met him. But like he's lit, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna take over. We're gonna fucking take over. Like he's just like, he's just like this pretty, like he's like this little pretty boy just singing fucking Italian, but like he has the range. Like he can do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's exciting. So like there's little projects like that, and like you just keep in touch. Like I like talking to niggas like you. I like talking to like, there's a you in every little like, every little group and every little industry and every little, so it's like I just like talking to people like this, and like just figuring out, because like I want to work with you. I want to do some shit. I don't know what, but like we'll figure it out. Like
We'll figure it out. Time will
very
go
easy.
on. Things will come up, and
Bro, it'll make
we'll get shit
sense.
popping. Yeah,
It'll
it'll
make
make sense.
sense. Like there'll be no
I,
hesitation.
I used to be really what like I say about like 6 to 8 months ago, I was a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? I guess trigger happy in terms of like I'm like, no, I need to make this happen now,
Yeah,
today,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's like
yeah, yeah.
like right
But
now.
that's that youth though. That's that youth.
Yeah.
That's that, like you think it's fleeting. Like you really think like it's not gonna be there. Like you really think it's gonna happen overnight. Like you really think in like a month or two I can change everything. And
Yeah.
like nah, brother. Like nah, bro. Real life doesn't work like that. Like especially here. Like if honestly, like
And even when you do see
if
things
you were in
change
America,
over a
bro,
month,
it'd be different.
it's not really the month.
It's not at the
You're
rate.
just seeing a snapshot of like something that was much bigger.
Yeah, no. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's just hard. It's just different. It's different over here.
Yeah, and you just gotta trust that like when it's ready to happen, it'll happen as long as you're
Yo,
bringing
trust
the
the
right energy to the
process.
table. And it
Trust the
sounds
process.
almost like ridiculous to say, like, yeah, trust, just like leave it as long as you know that you are doing what you need to be doing, like that gut
Bro,
check, you're
as
good.
long as you're confident and you're like, as long as the end, if you can look yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm cool with it. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool. Like, I'm good. Like, I can stand by this.
Yeah.
Bro, you just go. You just go. You just go. Like you said, like, you're confident in your shit. I'm confident in my shit. Like, people are confident in their shit out here. So it's like, if they all just maintain that mentality, like, it'd be sick. It'd be sick. Like, I want to see you like 2-3 years from now. Like, I want to see you like 5 years, 6 years. Like, bro, like, yeah, like, you're going to be doing different things. Like, you're not going to be like, we're gonna be doing this again, but like you're gonna be somewhere fucking foreign, like somewhere like you're gonna be doing some fucking crazy feature films, God knows where. Like it's nuts, bro. But like it's also so fucking doable. Like
Yeah, I'm actually
nowadays,
like
like
right now, like I'm actually like on the precipice of possibly closing a deal for like, this is like super, I'll probably cut this out of the podcast because it's not,
yeah,
nothing's like said and done yet, but I'm working with a studio and this entrepreneur, his name's like Swish.
okay.
And he runs a startup, and me and him teamed up. He's interested in a lot of different things beyond tech, like it's a tech startup. So we
Mhm.
teamed up and we made a pilot of an episode. And because of his like just ridiculous network, like this guy's network is just like fucked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We teamed up with, I don't know if you know the Instagram account Best Crosses,
No.
but they're like this huge basketball account. I didn't know about them
Okay,
either, to be
okay.
honest. But
Okay,
they
okay,
have
okay.
like, they branched out from Instagram and now they do like full like TV shows and shit like that.
What the
And
fuck?
so we made this pilot,
Yeah, yeah.
and then now it looks like we could sell to someone like CBC or Hulu, or Netflix the first season for somewhere between like $1 to $1.5 million.
Bro, fucking congrats. This is what I'm talking like,
It's not done
bro,
yet. It's
but
not
like
done yet. You know
I
what I'm
don't give a
saying? It's
fuck.
like,
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I rate you for even just getting there. Listen to what
thank
you're
you, bro.
saying. Listen to what you're
Thank
saying.
you.
Like, did you like, bro? Nah, like this is the dream. This is the hustle. Like, this is like you get results. You get results fucking fast. Like, even having the opportunity to do that is crazy. It's
Yeah, no,
fucking crazy. Like,
I'm feeling really blessed right now to be in the position to
yeah.
take a shot, take the shot, to
You're
just even take the
19,
shot.
bro. You're 19. You're 19. Like, you're lit. You're lit. You're lit. Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. That's so dope, brother. That's so dope. Like, nah, man, congrats. That's crazy.
Thank you.
That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
How
and like
long?
I
Yo,
think
how
like
long did you work on it? Sorry.
we worked on it for, no worries, no worries. We worked on it. We shot in like November.
Okay.
Yeah, we shot through for a couple of weeks in November, and then I edited up until like January, and
Shit.
then we refined that down with the final draft coming out. I'd say like early Feb,
Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow.
and yeah, now we're looking to probably start pitching next month.
Are you
So
gonna go on a
it's
run? Excuse me. Are you gonna go
sorry,
on like a
what?
little like? Are you gonna go on like a little like
Yeah, I
how
mean
does
the
it
the
go?
goal was to
You
like, the
can
goal
start
originally
selling
was to be
pitches.
able to like actually go out to California and like pitch there in person, but
Yeah, that's what.
now
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
that's not gonna happen now.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I
so
know. I know. I know.
so
Fuck.
I really don't know what the process looks like. My goal is to just be able to learn as much as possible
Mm,
of the process of selling the show, because the process of
exactly.
creating the concept I'm much more familiar with, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Not that
That's
I'm
not
like,
hard
not
for
that I'm
you.
established in that either, but I have a much better understanding of it.
You're confident.
how
You're
how you,
confident in it.
I'm confident with it, right? But
Yeah,
I don't know shit about actually getting in touch with the studios and selling to them and all that stuff.
I get you. I get you. I
These
get
other
you.
people, the other parties involved, they do. So that's really what's in question now, because I've done my part,
Hmm.
and so now it's really a question of like being there in those. Like I hope I get a chance to be there in those meetings and
I
communicate
was
my
gonna
message.
say, yeah, yeah.
I need
As
to
long
make
as
sure
they
I get a
keep
seat
you
at that
around
table.
at all times, brother, or like
Yeah,
keep it like just find a way to be in communication at all times. Because like
yeah.
you just got to be a sponge, bro. Just take like everything. Like even the way they deal with them, even the way like yo, if they
Mm-hmm.
bless them, like it's like weird little sorry, like weird little like just get them Christmas gifts, like buy them a bottle of something of this, or like get them like genuinely build fucking relationships, because like
Yeah, yeah,
those will just fucking last forever. Because it doesn't matter where they go. That you
yeah.
just
Facts.
follow. You just like yeah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. That's that. Don't even apologize, bro. That is what it is. You gotta, and
Yeah.
it's really like, for me, the people that I want to relate to are the
Mhm.
people who are executing at that level. Because it's like, as I, my vision, and I'm like yours as well, I'm sure it's like, it's much broader than where you're at right now.
Oh,
Okay,
for
like
sure.
looking, like getting into art, right? Like we're looking up to people, like regardless of whether you're in music or not. I want to be in a place where I can like have a conversation with ASAP Rocky, where I can sit down with Frank and just be like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
like, what's on your mind today? You know, you know what I mean?
Have a casual like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, thousand
just
percent, 1000%.
because it's like, because you can look at the work and you can respect the thoughts and the whatever is going on in the black box of their mind to bring that out into the world.
It's so true. It's so true. It's so. I always had this thing about like I just wanted to be able to compete. Like I want, cause like at that level, like I want to compete at that level, cause like there's like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
yeah, I get it. Like doesn't matter what you like, we get it. Like I know what you do, you know what I do. All right, cool. Like then like that collab can happen. Then that energy can like then you can pull new influences. Like by that time you're just like I don't know, you just grow, bro. It's just like it's just fucking progression. It's just like you're saying, it's the theme of this conversation. It's just growth. You just want to like just keep moving forward.
Real shit. I think that's a wonderful place to wrap this conversation up. Thank you
Yeah,
for
bro.
thank you for taking the
Pleasure.
time. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Pleasure, bro. I enjoyed this a lot, bro. Like this is a sick concept. Again, like if you need me for anything, I'm totally down. So let me know.
Hell yeah,
Just let
man.
me
After
know.
all this Corona shit's over, let's grab a beer or something, kick it.
Down. Definitely down.
Yeah.
All right, my G. So what are you gonna
All
what are you
right.
up to for the rest of the night?
Rest of the night. Not much, bro. I'm chilling. I'm working on setting up a system that is gonna make it really easy for me to release these podcasts without investing too much of my time into it. Because recording the actual podcast isn't too much of a big deal, but figuring out how I can edit them very quickly and just put them out in a way that will market them effectively, without too much I don't know, time commitment on my end, right? That's really because before I was doing a
You
visual
gotta
for each.
outsource the work, bro. Like you gotta like build a you gotta build a temp. You have to be a tellus. You gotta build a template, build some
Yeah,
like brand guidelines and like outsource the work. Like I hate to say it,
I
but
gotta
like
get an intern. That's what I gotta do.
bro, you can though. You genuinely can. Like the more work you put out, the more serious people take you. It's weird to say, like it's just conversation, but like you just gotta stay consistent with your shit. Cause niggas forget. Like you just gotta stay consistent. Like constantly put out your work. Like let people know what you do.
Yeah.
People work like
I just
just
feel like I
let them
genuinely think
know.
that I am in a position where I could provide some value to some intern, like some sort of person, you know what I mean?
Bro,
But at the same
1000%,
time, I'm
bro.
19 years old. This person's probably gonna be older than me, you know?
Doesn't fucking matter, bro.
Like,
You get over that shit mad quickly. You get over that shit mad quickly. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's a fucking skill set. It's your fucking.
it's your skill
I don't give
set,
a
your
fuck how
vision,
old
your
you are.
ability to,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Like, nah. Like, you're paying for this. Like, what are you gonna say to me? Like, I don't give. Like, and what? Like, talk to anyone anyway.
What about you, bro? What are you saying for the rest of the night?
Bro, figure out this fucking moving situation. I
Damn,
just
you're
dropped my
moving right
daughter.
now. Holy shit, I just
Bro,
took in.
we
That's kind of
like
fucked.
it's fucking hilarious because it's on the same floor. It's like just 3 units down, but
Oh,
like
okay,
it's a
that's
two
like, yeah.
bedroom. It's lit. It's just like yeah, we just have to upgrade because like we have a little daughter now, so it's like we're like fuck. If there's something available in the same building, let's just grab it. So yeah, we're just trying to like figure out the paperwork, but like we've just been like packing all day and like I still got like deadlines and shit. So I gotta bang out some graphics later tonight. I gotta do some other shit. I gotta do some more. Like I'm trying to fix up my portfolio right now. We were having that conversation like about cargo and shit. Like that site's
Yeah.
crazy.
Cargo's fantastic.
Crazy. It's like so
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. But yeah, just like it's building time. So like once all this shit blows over, just hit the ground running. Like when you said do
Hell yeah.
this, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like I'm down. Like I'm just down to work. Like I'm down to like do whatever, bro. Just
Yeah,
go.
now's the perfect time, right? Because it's like shit. Like what? I feel like this was like I've just been getting so many podcasting because it's been like, yo, all right, like what are you saying? Like nothing. Like all right, say it. Let's get this popping.
Right? Like what do you say to that? Like it's a perfect time for you. Like, yo, you just gotta go on the run. Just start
Yeah.
hit up everybody. Just start collecting. Just start
If you have
collecting.
anyone you think would like do well on the show, like send them my way. I'd love to
Yeah.
have a
What do you
conversation with them.
what's your shit? Like what's the guideline?
Entrepreneur, creative,
Okay.
anyone who's pushing the boundaries, breaking ground, doing something that uh, hasn't been done before, or is in the field of creativity. You know,
Okay.
in very much along the lines of the type of conversation we had. Anyone who you think could fit into this world. But they could also be in tech. They could be in business and stuff too. Because to me, that's still that's also creativity.
It's a different side.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah, down. I got you. Yeah, I can have a list. No problem. I'm gonna start sending you shit. I still gotta go through your Vimeo too. I still gotta finish that up. I'm gonna do that tonight and like just vibe out.
Honestly, like everything is gonna just pale in comparison to the video I sent you, so don't even bother. Just wait for my next
I don't
shit.
care.
Next shit.
I need to see the growth, bro. Like, yo, that's how you like underdog shit. I just want to see the growth. I want to see the progression and be like, all right, cool. Like, I get it. You know, you just want to like learn. I just want to learn. But yeah, this is dope, brother. Appreciate this a lot.
Hell yeah, man. Have a wonderful night. Good luck with the move, eh?
Appreciate it, brother. Talk soon, all right, man?
Thank you, Hussein, for coming through. It was a wonderful chatting with you. Big vibes, huge vibes. And I think this conversation is going to be very, very useful to a lot of other artists who are trying to figure out how to take their shit to the next level. So thank you. And you know, if you've stuck around till this point and you enjoyed the episode, go ahead, head over to iTunes. Even if you listen to this shit on Spotify, it really helps us out if you rate and review the podcast on iTunes. You know, drop your phone number. I'll give you a call. Whatever you want to do, you know, just let us know how you feel about the podcast. It's just really helpful to, you know, to getting this podcast into more people's ears, getting it out there. And really what we're trying to do is build a community of artists who can learn and support each other, help each other take this craft that we're doing, whatever that may be, to the next level, whether you're in fashion, film, music. So yeah, if you enjoy this, head over there, rate and review us, and we're gonna hop over to the credits now because we got a team going now. This was edited by Jacob Martinez Neme, theme music was by Lance Free, and it was hosted and produced by yours truly, Ethan Cabral. That's all for this week, so we'll see you in another couple weeks with another fantastic guest. Until then, stay safe.